All right, so this is the May 18th daily word problem, and this is our last week of word problems. So if you are watching this, that means that you have done this word problem. You showed your work, however you chose to solve it. You have an answer statement written, and now you're just checking this over with me to make sure your answer is correct and that you did write an answer statement. All right, Natalie, Brian, and Corey are organizing an end-of-year party for the school. There are 449 students in the school. They are buying bracelets for each student to have. Natalie bought 134 and Brian bought 148. How many bracelets does Corey need to buy in order for each student to get one at the party? Okay, so we have these three students that are organizing an end-of-year party for the school, and there are 449 students in the school that they want to buy bracelets for. They're giving you that Natalie bought 134, Brian bought 148, and what we need to find out is how much Corey needs to buy. So let's first write an equation that would go with this problem. So we have a total, okay? We have 134 plus 148, that's what those two bought, plus, let's put C for Corey, we don't know what he bought, equals the total. Okay, so to find what Corey bought, we can make one of these also, these bar diagrams. We have our total on top. We have the amount that Natalie bought. We have the amount that Brian bought, and we need to find out what Corey bought in order to get this much. So think about other problems that are similar to this that we've already done, where they give you a total and part of the total, and you have to find out the rest. So what we need to do is we need to first find out what those two numbers together equal. Then we would need to subtract it from this. So I'm going to add those together using the way that you most likely use in 4th grade to begin the year, the place value way. So I'm just setting up the problem, and again, the place value way, or sometimes they say breaking it down, we break down each part of the number. The 1, the value of the 1 is 100, the value of the 3 is 30, and the value of the 4 is 4. For this one, the 1 is 100, the 4 is 40, and the 8 is 8. I know sometimes I make the 100 times 1 chart over here, but I'm getting you ready for 4th grade, so I'm not even going to put that over there. We're going to do this without that. So if I have 8 and I add 4 to it, I get 12. Now remember, this is the ones place. We can't have 12. We can only have what would be in the ones place, which would be the 2. And then that 10, because 12 is equal to 10 and 2, goes in the tens column. Okay, so now we have 10, 30, and 40. 10 and 30 is 40. 40 and 40 is 80. And then we have 100 and 100, which is 200. Okay, so these two numbers are going to equal 282. But you're not done. This is where we always get tricked. You're not done. This is a total. We have to find the difference between this and this. And as you know already, or you might have guessed, I'm going to use the number line way, the open number line way, because I really like that way. So to use an open number line, you put the smaller number at this end, like you always do with a number line, and the larger number here, and you have to find the distance or the difference between these two. You start with the largest place value, and you say, how many hundreds can I add to 282 to get as close to 449 without going over? Well, you might see this 400 and think, oh, I could add 200. But that would bring you up to 482. So you can only add 100. And then here I write, well, that 100, if I added 1 to this 2, that would be 382. So now I'm looking at my tens. How many tens can I add to get as close to 449 without going over? Well, let's see. If I add 2 tens or 20, that would give me 402. And you know what, guys? If this is kind of tricky for you, you could also do it like this. Just add them one at a time. Let's just do that. So this would give me 392. Another 10 would give me 402. Now I'm at 402. 402. So then maybe if I look at 402 and 449, I can see the difference between that. But let's just assume that you're kind of not knowing that yet. So let's say 412, I added another 10. Another 10. I should have made, let's make this line a little longer since it doesn't. Okay, another 10 is 422. Another 10 is 432. Another 10 is 442. And then you just need 7 more. Now let me make sure I did this right since I extended this line. I always like to double check because sometimes you know I make mistakes. So let's see, I went 382, 92, 402, 412, 422, 432, 442. Okay, so I did 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 100 plus 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, plus 7. So the difference between 282 and 449, I almost got myself confused there, wouldn't be the first time, is 167. So that means, let's look back at the question. How many bracelets does Corey need to buy in order for each student to get one at the party? So in order to have 449 altogether, Natalie bought 134, Brian 148, Corey will need to buy 167 bracelets. Okay. So when you do your open number line, don't make the mistake I did. Give yourself a little extra space. Okay? I will see you again tomorrow.